Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoot, back with the World Showdown Series, Season 4, Week number 1, and we're taking on the Conkeldurs, the Canterbury Conkeldurs, coached by Tony. He's after a pretty cool squad. He's got Jirachi, Garchomp, which is his Z captain, Mega Venusaur, Snorlax, Sneasel, Rotom Wash, Miss Magius, Masquerain, and Hitmontop, Darmanitan, and last but not least, Aromatisse. I said Aromatherapy. Aromatisse. And we have Mega Diancie, Celesteela, the Z Captain, Weavile, Arcanine, Salamence, Donphan, Shaman, Acelgor, Electros, Golurk, and Pukamaku. Actually, we don't have Donphan. We dropped. Okay, so we drafted Vaporeon. We dropped Vaporeon for Pangoro, but then prior to this battle, we dropped Pangoro for Donphan. But actually, none of that was in effect until week 2 anyway, so it's actually irrelevant. So we still have Vaporeon on this squad, but we don't bring it because we don't need it. Anyways, my opponent's got a pretty scary squad. He chooses to bring the Mega Venusaur, the Sneasel, the Hitmontop, the Rotom Wash, the Jirachi, and the Garchomp. And we're adequately prepared. We have a special defensive Celesteela. It's a mixed defense, but mostly special defense with Leech Seed, Air Slash, Flamethrower, and Protect. We have a defensive Arcanine with Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, and Morning Sun. And we have a specially defensive Shaman with Leech Seed, Energy Ball, Earth Power, and Synthesis, with our offense being Salamence with the Sub, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and a Muscle Band Weavile with Knockoff, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and Swords Dance, and Mega Diancie with Stealth Rock, Rock Polish, Moonblast, and Power Gem. Now, Mega Diancie, after a Rock Polish, outspeeds everything on his team, including most of his choice Scarfers, which is cool. I wanted to run Protect on here, but I needed the coverage and the Stealth Rock and Rock Polish. Stealth Rock is because this is like my team was pressuring Mega Diancie to run Stealth Rock. That's why I made so many trades. Got rid of Vaporeon for Pangoro, and then realized that I needed rocks more than I needed that fat dark type and a breaker. So I dropped it for Donphan. So no, the pressure's not as much on, but it was this week, so I did run the Stealth Rock on this monster. Moonblast drops a lot of his mons, and Power Gem hits Mega Venusaur. If Jirachi is around, this thing's obviously not going to sweep. Does no damage to Jirachi, which is why I have such a hard counter in it that I'll talk about in a little bit. So next up we got the Management, which is our Celesteela. It's a Spit F set, like I mentioned, because it's our Venusaur answers. Venusaur can't do much to us. We eventually stall it out of Synthesis and Leech Seed, and then beat it down with Air Slash and Flamethrower. Protect Leech Seed for basically everything else. Can really put in some work. And as long as none of his mons have like HP investment, then I can break their subs like Garchomp, Sneasel, Jirachi, etc. Next up we have the Weavile, which is, like I said, Swords Dance set with Knockoff and Icicle Crash in the Shard. Basically, revenge kills a lot of his mons. Non-Choice Scarf and non-Cobra Berry Jirachi is revenge killed with Knockoff. Garchomp is revenge killed with Ice Shard or Icicle Crash. If he's Scarfed, then Ice Shard would be obviously my move of choice. And then the rest of his team doesn't really appreciate, dual stab plus the Swords Dance and the Muscle Band. Really pressures his team, and could eventually clean up late game if I rid of his team of Scarfers and potential mons that can check me, like Rotom Wash and Hitmontop. So next up we got the Arcanine. Like I said, it's a Jirachi check with the Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower, Morning Sun, and I got the Dragon Pulse on here just in case Garchomp wants to switch in. If it's such an obvious switch that I can click Dragon Pulse, then I will hopefully catch the Garchomp on the switch. Got the Rocky Helmet, beats down the Sneasel, beats down the Jirachi, beats down the Hitmontop. Obviously, if Sneasel hits knockoff, then it's not a huge problem, but he will take damage from that, and then I will no longer be rocking the Rocky Helmet. So, yeah, next up we got the Salamence with the Draco Plate, Sub, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake. Only needed the Earthquake there for the Jirachi. Sub and the Dragon Claw is fine. Dragon Dance is fantastic. Allows me to outpace a lot of things like Sneasel and Garchomp if it's non-Scarf. So if I can get like a sub up and then like a Dragon Dance and get a kill and get a Moxie boost behind the sub, Sneasel can't revenge kill me with the Ice Shard because it has to break my sub and then it dies to +1 or +2 Dragon Claw. So that's pretty cool too. And I can't be like if Will-O-Wisp, if Rotom wants to go for like a Will-O-Wisp or Venusaur wants to go for a Leech Seed or something, I can sub up on that and then proceed to Dragon Dance and hopefully get a Moxie boost and potentially sweep. Next up we got the Shaman with the Leech Seed, Energy Ball, Earth Power, and Synthesis. Especially defensive, this takes on a lot of things, most notably the Rotom Wash. As you can see, it's a problem with my team so far, and now it's not so much a huge problem. So, I guess that's all there is to say. I guess we're going to do the battle now. So, he leads Hitmontop as I lead with my Salamence. He's going to switch out, fearing maybe a Fly. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not a Z Mince, so I couldn't have went Supersonic Sky Strike or anything like that. And he goes straight to the Rotom Wash, so it leads me to believe he may have thought that I was a Sky Strike Mince. Here I'm going to switch out to my Arcanine as he goes into the Sneasel. He knocks off my Rocky Helmet, so had I clicked Dragon Claw there, he could have been in a huge problem. Yeah, he could have been devastated there. Incredible, he clicked knockoff there, but I guess he knew I didn't want to lose my mint so early. In hindsight, I should have maybe clicked Dragon Claw, as knockoff was maybe an aggressive play, but something that I could have maybe predicted. So I don't regret my play. I stand by it. So here he goes into his Rotom Wash, and I missed my Will-O-Wisp, of course. There's no justice. He goes for the Volt Switch. Shaman eats it up, no problem. He goes back into the Sneasel. It's no problem for me to switch right back out to my Arcanine. Get the Intimidate off. Can Morning Sun up as he goes for the Toxic. So now he's got rid of my Rocky Helmet and Toxic me. So he's doing really good for a potential Scarf Rachi. Here I do land my burn on the Rotom with the Will-O-Wisp, as I'm going to switch out again as he Volt switches into the Sneasel, and it's a no-brainer for me here to switch out into my Arcanine as he goes for the Icicle Crash. It does nothing even with the crit, so I'm going to be able to Morning Sun up once again, as here I think he's going to click Hydro Pump finally, as I stay in with my Shaman, or switch out to my Shaman. Hydro Pump does nothing. I guess he thought he was conditioning me to stay in there. Here I'm going to switch out to my Celesteela, expecting the Mega Venusaur to come in, as we both throw off Leech Seeds there. I predicted him to switch out, fearing the Supersonic Sky Strike, since this is actually my Z-move mon, but he does not. So able to leech his Rotom though, and get a little chip damage on it, I guess. And I click Protect here because this is just going to even out again. He's going to go for the Volt Switch, and it's not going to do much to me, but I'm going to switch out anyway, I believe. Go out to my Shaman. Like I said, that's the reason I brought Shaman, was to come in on Rotom Wash at all times. So he goes back out to the Sneasel. Arcanine is a easy play for me to make. He reads that this time though. He has conditioned me, and he knows that I'm going into Arcanine every time. And he goes out into he doubles out into Garchomp and clicks the Earthquake immediately, and then reveals Swords Dance as I go for the Leech Seed. So really nice there. And switches out to Venusaur, predicting, I'm not sure what, maybe predicting the Shaman to come back in, or the Hidden Power Ice or something. But yeah, he does a chunk after I get my rocks up to my Mega Diancie. I go out to Shaman on the Giga Drain and double out into the Celesteela on the Sludge Bomb. Easy reads, but not really getting much damage off. I missed my Air Slash, so I've missed a Will-O-Wisp and an Air Slash. Unfort so far. Here he catches my Arcanine switch with his Rotom double, which is pretty cool. However, Rotom is really no problem to me. I have a Shaman, so I can play this game all day. Here he goes into his Hitmontop, and I'm going to make a misplay here, predicting myself to be slower. Not really predicting myself, but just forgetting that I was faster. I went for the Leech Seed as he goes for the Rapid Spin, gets rid of my rocks and the Seed at the same time. So here I go out into my Mints as he actually goes out into his Venusaur and then doubles out into his Rotom Wash, fearing, I think he's really fearing my Supersonic Sky Strike from Settlements. So I go into my Celesteela, he Volt Switches out after a Protect, avoids the Leech Seed with the Mega Venusaur. I'm going to Protect up here, get a little bit of lefties back. He goes for the Leech Seed. Here I'm just going to click the Air Slash, see how much damage I can get off. As I get 31%, so that's not terrible. It's decent. After syntheses are up, then I can beat him down eventually. So no real reason to lose Celesteela yet. However, I can switch out here. My opponent's probably going to predict me to go into my Mega Diancie or into my Shaman on the either Volt Switch or the Pain Split. So I'm just going to throw off a Leech Seed as he goes into Garchomp, and I'm going to Intimidate him, predicting the Fire type attack or the Z Fire type attack, which would be the Inferno Overdrive. So I get to Intimidate off here, but he's going to predict me to switch once again, and he's going to go for another Swords Dance. So really cool plays here by my opponent. However, he didn't know I had Dragon Pulse, so had I clicked Dragon Pulse there, I actually knocked him out. Not wanting to lose Arcanine or Celesteela, and realizing that Mega Diancie is going to have a hard time doing much with Sneasel being able to Revenge Kill and Jirachi and make Venusaur taking 0 damage, I'm just going to sack that thing off, go into my Weavile here, and click, I think I clicked the Ice Shard. No, I clicked Icicle Crash. I wasn't fearing the miss too much. So I clicked the Shard, and I clicked the Knockoff, get rid of the Rotom Wash, and he reveals the Rocky Helmet. Gives me a bit of information about his build, and here I'm going to go into my Celesteela as he doubles out into his Garchomp. So really cool play again there. He goes for a Swords Dance immediately as I go for the Leech Seed. No huge problem yet. Here I'm going to go out to Arcanine, predicting the Fire type attack or the Dragon, or Fire type attack actually, and he actually goes for the Dragon type attack. So really cool there. I could switch back out to my Celesteela, but I don't really need Arcanine that much anymore. So he goes out into his Mega Venusaur here, and I'm going to switch out there. If he's max defense, it was a roll, so I didn't want to risk it, and I'm going to switch out to my Celesteela. Switch out into the Shaman just to get some PP stall going here, make him run out of a little bit of PP. He goes for the Sludge Bomb. I'm immune to it as I switch in my Celesteela. Now he goes for the Leech Seed, and I'll let him land one. Go for one of my own and miss once again. A bit unfortunate, but it's the game we play. I think I throw off another Seed here, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I get flinched once. Yeah, of course. Not too much to say there. I'm just going to switch out to my Shaman and try to synthesis up. Oh yeah, I double into my Celesteela because I was Leech Seeded. So now I come back out here and try to get my own Leech Seed off. But really my play there was probably Air Slash, just so that this Venusaur had to synthesis up and not throw off a Leech Seed. He does predict my Shaman though, predicting me to switch out again, but I have Protect, so I'm a bit protected, no pun intended. Excuse me. It's quite a long game, I forgot how long it was. So he gets the Sludge Bomb on my Shaman switch in. Bit unfortunate there. Here I'm going to go for the substitute, predicting him to do anything besides Sludge Bomb. But he Sludge Bombs, no real reason for him not to, so good play there. Sludge Bomb's able to knock me out. Had I double Dragon Claw and instead of substituting, I could have perhaps lived and knocked him out. Here he's going to make a misplay, though. He's actually going to choke up a bit here, and I'm going to get a Swords Dance up. He's going to go into his Jirachi, and once again he's going to choke. Had I predicted him to do, be a defensive Coldberry set and click Swords Dance here once again, predicting him to protect and get a little bit of my HP going, I could have Swords Dance once again right here, and then click Knockoff on the following turn. Ice Shard would then kill everything on his team. And right here, I did not predict him to have the Mach Punch because he had doubled out earlier. So I predicted him not to have the Mach Punch, but he's going to be able to pick me off there and prevent my Weavile from cleaning up the game. And then he's going to be able to pick off my Celesteela with the close combat. So it's going to be a good game there, I guess. A bit of RNG involved, so there's that. But we'll bounce back. You know, Pokemon, it's our specialty. We'll bounce back. So let me know what you thought about the prep, the battle, and everything else. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.